welcome to Table Discussion. And I'm a host, Pastor Angel Makamo.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Pastor Musa, and welcome and thank you for joining us. We are glad to have you here this evening.
Yes, we are so glad. It's very chilly in Johannesburg, South Africa, but we thank you for joining us, and make sure that you don't watch this podcast alone. You watch it with your friends, family, and because also this month is a very, very beautiful and special month because we'll be focusing on family. Family matters.
Yes, it's it's so good sometimes to think of family, to remember family, and we must say this before we get into the program. Thanks to Pastor Sophie and Osborne for the job well done, and we'll love those of you who are already here. Come and appreciate them for the job well done.
Yeah.
I hope the comments are opened. Yes.
So
Let us appreciate them for the job well done. Let's appreciate them for the job well done. They did a great job last week. And it's they allowed us to rest. So thank you, Osborne. Thank you, Pastor Sophie. We really appreciate.
Yeah, as I said, that don't watch alone. So make sure at least tonight, as we said, that it's a special program for families, actually for the whole month. Make sure that you just take your friends and also your family. Make sure that your friends take their family, so that, you know what, when we are together and God is involved, families are being restored. And I welcome myself back.
Where were you?
I was all over.
Yeah. So, listen, it's always an honor to have you here with us and doing the work that God has called you to do. Yeah, and today we are only live on YouTube, so share it to the Facebook page and to your friends, so that they must not look for us and other platforms while we are only here. So share with them. And Funzo, we welcome you and thank you for joining. We passed by her workplace.
Yeah.
Listen, it's something that was so special just to see her. And then you say, by the way, the journey that we have been on, it has taken us up to this far. And we are trusting God to bless us. And Wusi, I can't wait for Wusi to also be taken to her workplace as well, so that we can pass via her workplace.
Yeah.
And Ben, we have not yet visited his workplace. And congratulations to you. KB, Loan. You're welcome, and Bongles and Tumelo as well.
You're welcome. Yeah, welcome. I'm so excited about this evening topic. Yeah, family impact.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what God has prepared for those that love Him.
You know, especially if someone does not have to spend time preparing for the topics, they get excited.
I'm looking forward. Actually, you know what? I was, these days, I'm looking. I'm very. How can I put it? I'm so positive about myself. When I check small achievement that I have, I celebrate them. So during the day when I was talking to people about tonight's program, I was like, I've never find myself in a place where I'm like, okay, we're going to be talking about, like, our topic will be family impact. Will he do it right? I'm so I'm so at peace because I trust you when it comes to this. So I was asking myself this during the day, that wow, many people doubt people that they work with. But me, it has never crossed my mind. Yes. It's like I talk to people as if you give me a scope and I know for sure that this is what's going to happen. But because I know you are united, you are anointed, and you are called, especially for families. I have peace.
Just pressure and pressure and pressure. You know, you need to know, if you are married, you need to know your wife when she's putting pressure on you with love. And if you work with people, understand their language. It's motivation, while at the same time saying, I don't want you to mess this up. And,
you don't.
So you need to understand your partner. So Ben, you don't get angry when your wife is talking like that. You just allow the Holy Spirit to lead.
They must take notes.
Yeah.
They must take notes. Yeah, we welcome also our first-time viewers.
Yeah.
We welcome you. We appreciate you. I know that people are watching. And make sure you comment. We want to know where you are watching from. If you are getting blessed, of course you are going to be blessed. Just comment. We'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I see Neftali there. I haven't seen him in a while. Please, Neftali, whether you walk or you fly or you use a broom.
Okay.
Last weekend of the month, we're having a family day. I need you. You must be here. So start preparing. If your car is not okay, start walking. And then
You'll arrive.
You'll arrive. So
26th, you'll be there.
26th, you must be here. We do family day. There are some stuff that we need to sort. We need to win, and then we'll be sorted. Yeah.
Are you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm ready. And I see Kombi Amelia. Is it Apostle?
Yep.
Listen, you are welcome. You are welcome. And yeah, we are glad that you are here. You and Pastor Malachi, you are part of the family, so we appreciate
We
you.
appreciate them. Yeah. They're so special.
Yeah. Yeah, they are special.
Family impact. What a topic.
You know, when I was preparing today, and then I came across this statement. When you are born and you're still growing up, your family shape the person you'll be.
Yes.
But when you have grown, you can decide to reshape your family.
What age?
I don't know the age. But when the moment you become responsible, you can change your thinking. You are not supposed to remain the same person you were when you were growing up.
Okay.
How your family has impacted you, if it is negative, you are not supposed to remain negative.
Okay, there's stuff that needs to change along the way. That's what you're saying.
If there are, let me give an example. If we grew up in a family where there were fights, people were always fighting and all, you are not supposed to continue with that. You can change it.
Of course.
Or if you grew up in a family where there was poverty, your commitment is to change it. You must change it. And so as we start this series this month of family impact, I just want each and everyone who is part of and all those who are part of this program to make a commitment that I will impact my family.
Okay.
My family will be impacted by me. I know there are a lot of things that happen when we're growing up, but now it's my time to impact
my
family.
Sure.
So if my family was known for divorces, known for poverty, known for, suffering, known for just all these bad things, I will impact my family.
Sure.
I will impact. Listen, if my father did not manage to do it, I will do it. I don't know how many people that are joining us who are saying, I'm going to do it. My mama did not do it. I will do it. I will impact my family in a way that I mean, the people will know that we are blessed. We are highly favored.
Sure.
I don't know about you, but as for me, I will impact. Some of
this
you,
is me.
some of you need to say, you might have grown up in a family where there was no house. I will impact my family.
Sure.
And then there's something that I was praying and I'm trusting God for, that some of the parents, while they're still alive, we need to be in a place where we can be blessed. We even bless them with cars,
Yes.
for them to go to their funerals, for them to go to their things.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
We must dream to that level. And then on a Sunday, I was telling some of the people, I say, you know what, it's not good. And I will say this, for those who are going to impact their families. It's not good for your mother, your father, to be buried in a coffin that is worth 40,000, while she was sleeping in a bed that was worth 350 rand. Why do we feel so special that the coffin was expensive?
I think that many people, they're not doing it to appreciate their parents even at the last moment. It's all about what will people say. Yeah.
No, let us spoil our families. They better be buried in a cheap coffin. But while they were alive, they slept in an expensive bed that their child bought.
Wow, those that just join us, this is Table Discussion, and we are just introducing you to the topic of this month, the month of July, where we deal with families, and our topic is family impact. And I'm seeing people here talking, and they're responding to you actually, that I will impact my family positively. That's what I see. Nico Masia saying, and also I'm seeing a Funzo saying, I'm ready to make a difference. Wow. Sure.
You know, one of the painful that happened, the experience I had was when one of my cousin brothers died. And you know what happened? They said he needs clothes, because the clothes that he was having, we cannot be buried in those clothes. They are not good. And I remember going to buy clothes. I sat in a car and said, that God may forgive me. May this never happen again. If there's somebody that deserves to wear nice because of me, may I never
Buy
again
them during their funeral. Yeah.
buy clothes for the corpse, while I never bought clothes for him. So family, it's important that we impact our family. When we were young, there was nothing we could do. So our families impacted us. What we ate, they decided. What we were wearing, they decided. Where we're going, they decided. But now someone has grown.
There's time where now it's time to grow, where you find that whatever you eat, they no longer control it. Whatever you wear, they don't control it.
So even how you think.
The thing is that one.
Even how you think. Listen, our families impacted us. Now it's time for us to impact our families. We must impact our families. No, you cannot just. You know what's so painful. I know we are throwing lots of things. We'll get to the program. There is something also. There are some people who, when their loved ones are normal, they can get even the pastors.
Okay.
The pastors to come to the house. So that people can see that they are connected. What if you get your pastor to visit your family?
While everything is okay.
Peter invited Jesus while his mother-in-law was still alive. She was just sick, and she was prayed for, and she was healed. It's time we make an impact.
And not be like not to have like a negative, how can I put it, thoughts about our families, because I've seen that many people struggle. It's like some days they feel like, you know what, I can't wait to come out of this family.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Listen, of course you need to move out when you grow up, but you must not move out because you are fed up. Why do you wait to be fed up to move out? So there are these things that families, when we are young and when we are growing up, plays a very crucial role in shaping individuals. But individuals, when they have grown, they must play a very crucial role in reshaping the family.
The family. Eish.
If I grew up in a family where borrowing money and all,
it was a daily bread.
So now when I have grown, I must turn things around and say, not in this family. If I grew up in a family where there were lies and everything and accusation and fights, I must say, now I have grown, this has to stop. I must impact my family. And I'll because family will influence our behavior.
Eish.
How we when you are young, how you behave. I grew up in a
Eish, you are making me to think.
There was this family. We knew that family is the family of thieves. Those who are from my village, they will know, when you talk about family of thieves, is that family. We know that family, the people from in that family are drunkards. They grew up exposed to alcohol and all. That's what they were exposed to. But when you have grown now, you are not supposed to be
continue
being a thief or to continue being a liar. And there's another family, they were known for fighting. They fight, all of them. You cannot just now, when you have grown and still, it means you haven't changed.
I think we need to, as you are talking about the family impact, we need to identify stuff, because many, we don't identify stuff that, you know what, this is what I got from home, but it's not right.
It's not right. Look, if you don't sit down and talk and check yourself, you'll never know. I mean, you will know about me, where I will sit and say, there are these things, 1, 2, 3. I saw when I was growing up, and I've made up my mind that I will never see this in my marriage or in my family. I will never. I said I'm aware of what I have seen. I'm aware of what God has revealed. Therefore, I know what is it that I'm taking from my family, and what is it that I'm not taking.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
So I agree with what Lowan is saying. The way he say you must break the cycle.
Yeah, we need to. We really need to break the cycle and be willing to work on ourselves. I'm watching this video about child trauma, and I was so surprised when this lady was talking that people think that what you are saying about an impact. People think that because I've grown up, whatever that I went through, it has nothing, it won't affect me anyhow. And with the example that the lady was giving, I was like, this looks like normal. But while it's just the impact that, the trauma that someone went through.
Yeah, you know what we need to add on that when talking about trauma and all. Good people, we have not yet started. No, we're just touching.
We're introducing the topic.
We're just introducing the topic. I will ask each and every one of you, even if you are speaking in tongues, it is so important to talk to someone. If you are in a position to have time with a professional counselor, it's so important.
Yeah.
You will fail, you'll regret, and then you say, I don't know what happened, only to find that you never went out there to seek for help. go for help. Look for help. Look for someone who can show you what you are not aware of.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's very much important.
You look for someone who can uproot stuff. Why? Because sometimes there are things we have received from our family. It will destroy our marriage if it's not addressed.
It's true. You know, I remember growing up, I was having this so much negative thoughts about myself. You know, I would think negatively about myself.
I know.
How will I impact my family if I'm not willing to face that and deal with that?
Yeah.
There's no way. So, you know, we can commit, and I love it to commit to say, I'm going to impact my family. But are you willing to deal with stuff?
Yeah. So now let's get to this.
Okay.
Because we can freestyle
Forever.
So let's get down to this. Biblical emphasis on family. Family relationships.
Okay.
Because one of the things that is more valuable in the Bible is family. One of the things that God values is family.
It's all about family.
And it's important to know how to apply the word when it comes to the family. You must understand this deeper. There are stuff that it doesn't contradict. But this month we are going to say things, address things that some of you will understand why you are not progressing, you are not happy about life.
Okay.
Because if family is not okay, then we have got a problem.
I can't wait for that.
Now, let me today touch this, for example.
Okay.
Godly people are concerned about their families.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Godly people are concerned about the well-being of their families.
Godly people. Okay.
God-fearing people. God-loving people. The righteous are concerned.
And you're not saying they're concerned about their perfect family.
No. Not perfect family. There's no such. There's no such, and you must never compare your family with other families. Each and every family, they have got their own issues.
Okay.
And then there's a question that somebody who was supposed to be bitter and was supposed to have something to hold on, to say, who was supposed to be having the right, to be bitter. When he saw his brothers who have sold him, he said to them, what you have done, it was not you. God used you to bring me here so that I can be able to prepare for times such as this.
Okay, so now you're giving us an example about Joseph. Okay.
So sometimes God will use your family, not in a way you are expecting. When your family reject you, God allowed it. Because if they've embraced you, you were not going to get into your destiny.
So there is this truth of God allowing stuff.
The will of God, we will not talk about it. It's very broad. Joseph is teaching us, saying, hey, brothers, don't feel bad. Don't feel, offended by what you have done. It was God, not you. God used your jealousy to prepare for times such as this. Hey, allow jealousy, allow hatred. Let me tell you, the time where I have gotten closer to God It was not the time where people were clapping hands for me. It was the time where I was lonely. It's the time where I was broke. It's the time where I wish someone can just come and say, don't worry, brother, you'll be okay. That is the time I grew. If some of the things never happened to me, I will not be the man I am today. So godly people are concerned about their families. They are not sitting there waiting to remind them. You remember what you did to me when I was 17 years old? You sold me. No, they know what is the will of God concerning what I've been through.
So it's like they receive a special, I don't know, is it a special, an understanding about about the situation that they're going through.
You must get to a place, number one, where whatever that you are going through does not separate you from God.
Okay, that's the first thing. Okay.
It does not take your fellowship with God. That's why Joseph, even when he was away from the family, the Bible says the house of Potiphar was blessed. Because the Lord was with Joseph. So the problem with many people, they are rejected by their families and they reject God.
Okay.
So you must never reject God. Even when things fall apart, never allow your relationship with God to fall apart. Never. Your relationship with God will take you full circle back to the place where to the people that have rejected you. Then you preach a sermon. That what you did. No, you thought you were selling me. No, God, you were ushering me closer to my destiny. So why are we not even preaching a true gospel? It's because we disconnect with God when we go through tough times,
and especially with family.
And let's say this one. Joseph was not sold by witches. His own brothers. They did not sell you, they just hate you. And now you are no longer praying, you are no longer eating, you are sick, you have got high blood.
Oh my God.
How can you be suffering because of somebody who's no longer talking to you?
Who spoke about you? Tonight. That's why I told the viewers, I'm so excited about this month's topic because it's reality.
Yeah.
It's reality. And it's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. You know, I get worried when there's somebody who's no longer saying, I will never relate to them. There's a possibility that you are missing God. You are missing God when you are not aware that, you know what, God has allowed this to happen. God allowed this.
So God allowed them to gossip about me.
It's okay.
And he allowed them to betray me.
You try to build relationships and then they push you away. It's okay.
This is a painful truth. This is a painful truth. Like to acknowledge that by itself. It's something.
You know what I learned when I saw God? It was that okay, people will be there for me, and there's a time
where they won't be there. Same people.
Hey, but God will always be there. And the next person is in 1 Samuel 22. David, when he was running away from Saul, even when he was under attack, his life was under threat. And David was concerned for the welfare of his parents. And then he goes to his friend, he says something. Let my father and my mother, I pray thee, let them come forth and be with you until I know what God will do for me. I don't know what the plan of God is for me at this moment. I'm running away from the king that want to kill me. But please, can you just do me one favor? Take care of my parents.
The righteous are concerned about their families.
They are concerned about their families. And I want to say this to someone today. David was living in the caves. He had no house, he had no tent, he had nothing. But he still goes to the friend. Please, I'm not sure where my parents are. It's okay. Can you take care of my friend, of my parents?
My parents.
So now, you must have friends. When your world is falling apart, who can love your parents the way they love their own? If I've got people who love me, but when I'm in a position where I cannot do anything for my parents, and they're doing nothing,
They just talk about it. That, you know, Makamu came and asked money
for the parents.
for the parent.
Listen, have friends
Oh, God bless us with this kind
who
of
can
friends.
also not just, who will not only take care of you, but who can say, "Oh, it's fine. Your mama can come and stay with me."
Until you are
Focus on what you are doing until you know the will of God concerning your life. That is David. Where does he get time to think about this, to think about the parents? While he's running away, bullets are missing him, and then he still think of his parents.
imagine under that pressure.
He's under pressure. His life is about to lose his life, but he still think
About his parents.
about
The
his parents.
safety.
About the safety of his parents. He's no longer sure at this moment about the will of God concerning his life. Will I live to see tomorrow? But even if I don't see tomorrow, I will make sure that my mother and my father
Are safe.
are okay.
Okay, let me read some of the comments here. Okay. Nico was saying, I commit to leave the bar from where my family have bought it. It's time to work. And okay, Butila, okay, we welcome you, Butila. You know we love you, Mus. Okay, and I'm seeing here, Mtakis is saying, we are shaped by our environment and families. And then I see also Corola's talking about breaking the cycle. And let me jump some. I'm seeing here, Solis saying, break the family curses by impacting my family positively. And Bongles is saying, breaking the unbreakable. Yes, we have to do that. And Mr. Tiba, good evening, family watching from Kensington. We welcome you. We welcome you. And let me check to respond comments here. Okay, Takis is also saying isolation from family brings growth. And Loan is back again saying Joseph's response was something inspired by God. Some of us would have responded in anger, but working on this. So Timon is saying I mustn't be disconnected from, I think it's a family, I can't see nicely, because of the pain I went through. Yeah, tonight it's about restoration, understanding the stuff that you are going through, the reason why you're going through stuff. And you mentioned something that is very much important, that your connection with God matters, because it will be the thing that will help you to understand stuff that are happening that are connected to your family. Because many are confused. There's so much hatred. There's so much, and we are not understanding, because we are far from people. We are also far from God. That is a very, important code.
Listen, your relationship with God is very important. Very important. And now, when Christ was on that cross, he's on the cross there hanging. And he says something in John chapter 19. And he look at John, the disciple who claimed that he was loved. Jesus says something to he said, even when he was dying, are you aware Jesus still cared about his mother? He said, woman, this is your son. So, John, take care of her.
Mm.
Jesus trusted
John
that this one will take care.
of my mom. Sure. Are we family? Are we concerned about our family? And you mentioned something, not perfect family, but our family. Because what you are reading, it's showing
Let's
us.
forget about perfect.
Mm,
You know, Joseph also, he asked about his father. Is my father still alive?
yes.
But before that, he asked, where is the youngest son?
Benjamin. Mm.
He was, when he saw, he cried because, oh, my brother, the one I haven't seen.
I haven't seen for almost how many years was it?
I think it was 13 years.
Yeah.
And then also, we have got, you know, there are some people that until your wife or your partner is attacked, you know, I'm trying to, the name just went off here now. This one who had a wife who became a prostitute, I forgot my...
In the Old Testament.
Yeah, the prophet. It just left my mind. How do I forget? I was reading even about him today. Just think of this. Your wife becomes a prostitute. And God says, that's what Israel has done. But you as a prophet, go and marry her again. Your wife just put more bit of salt. You are not forgiving.
Too much. Your partner just put too much chili.
Hey, now you are not forgiving. What will happen if you get to some of this? Is it Haggai? Who was that prophet? Prophet who had a wife who was a prostitute. I think it's Haggai.
Check it out.
Hey, so now just imagine you have got a wife who's a prostitute, and then now you are told go and marry her again, and then you go and marry that woman again, and then you have to forgive. If you are not ready to forgive in the family, then you have got a problem.
Hosea,
yes. So now, look, this man had to go and marry that woman. She listen, if you are a godly person and you don't hear God,
you will miss so much.
You will divorce. You move on only to find that God was in it.
God is, and we always say God is in everything. We don't understand what does that mean.
Yeah.
So he's in even when we argue.
It's there. Sometimes for your patience for you to know that I still need to work on my patience.
Oh my God!
You'll just marry a crazy person to prove to you that you are not yet there.
And you didn't make a mistake.
It's not a mistake for some of them.
So I believe some of you are answered.
Yeah.
That when you choose that woman, when you choose that man, when you make that decision, it's not that it was wrong, because God was there.
So that is what it is. And, there are some commandments. We'll just, if we don't finish these ones, we'll continue next week.
Yeah.
There are some commandments also that are about the family. Remember, we are talking about family impact. One of my favorite book, it's Ephesians. And then chapter 5, there's this commandment, the commandment about the family.
Okay.
Husbands, love your
wives.
Wives, submit to your husband. Those are
family issues.
These are
families.
These are commands. You know what is so sad today? Can we fix things?
Okay.
as a pastor, I sit and watch so many families. Husbands now are submitting to wives. And wives are the ones who are playing the role of loving the husband.
Okay. Be practical so that we repent.
Very few men who can take that position of loving their wives the way Christ loved the church. You don't hear about Christ saying, church, you did 1, 2, 3. I will know how. I don't want to see this church. Christ loves the church the way she is.
No matter what.
No matter what. And then women, very few women who can say, you know what, it doesn't matter how you are doing things and how you are behaving and all. You are still my husband. You are still the head of the family. I will honor you and I will respect you. And unfortunately, many couples in the church, they've broken this command.
Yes.
And then we ask ourselves, why are people not enjoying marriages? You see many women who have told themselves that there's no one will tell me anything. He will never tell me anything, whether it's about my money, it's about what I do. You are in marriage, but you do what you want.
Okay.
And then now this family, we are raising children. Girls no longer know how to submit. Boys, they no longer know how to love. Even girls, they don't know what to expect when they get married. You know, one of the painful things is to when we do weddings for people who don't know what to expect because they saw nothing at home. Or what they saw was against the way of God. I can tell that when we get to this, even the comments have gone quiet. Why? Because very few people know what it takes to love. Love is a good thing. But to love, it takes a lot out of a person. To love, when I say I love you, I'm saying with your struggles, with your fault, with whatever, I love you the way you are. You know, genuine love does not have conditions.
Genuine love does not have conditions.
You don't need to do anything to convince me to love you. If you are doing something to convince me, the day you are not able to do it, it means you no longer qualify. So genuine love, we love without conditions. So is submission. If you love me because I've got money, the day I'm retrenched, it means you no longer submit to me.
It's true.
If you are submitting to me because all that I'm doing is what you like, then that's not the real thing.
Oh, Jesus.
So the commandment that God has given to families, husband, love your wife. And you know what's happening? If you marry someone for how they look, as they grow, they will change. As they grow, they are going to change. And when someone changes, it means they will no longer be loved the way they.
Yeah, no.
And you know, one old lady once said, I asked, when I meet these people, I ask, I said, you have been married for so many decades. tell me, what is your secret? And then the old lady said something. She said, to be honest with you, I don't know how I'm still married, but one thing I can tell you, I met a man who loved me.
Oh, God.
Even when my body was changing. My husband married me, and I did not even know how to cook what he liked. What I knew how to cook is what my father used to enjoy. And I got married to a man who liked opposite of what my father used to like. So I had to learn to cook something from the scratch. And my husband was there teaching me how to. And she said, he loved me even when I did not know how to cook. When he married me, I was looking like this, and I changed. And then, so when this woman walked, she limped. She said, after we had an accident, after that accident, it broke my hip. So my shape, my figure was gone 3 years after getting married. And then she says, he still loved me. He loved me the way I was. Even when there were so many changes, he loved me. And then the old man said, you know what? I went to church because I wanted to marry a church girl. But this woman, when she discovered that I cannot read the word, I don't understand anything, she never bossed me even when we're doing Bible study. She never showed that she knew she can see that, she could see that I don't know how the word. She submitted. And Bishop Sintima, I think, is in Botswana. He said something. He said, you know, I have gone all over preaching, and people have blessed me, given me honorarium. But the day I felt, the best feeling I felt because of honorarium, he said, the wife went to US to preach, and they gave her $10,000. And then she came back home and said, thank you for the husband you have been to me and the kids. Now, I have preached, they have honored me. Yes, you are not in charge of the money only when you have worked. Even when I have worked.
Even when I've worked.
This is the man, the family man.
I hope you are listening.
Now, I'm so shocked when we have got people, because they have got money, they think they're in charge. Because you are earning a salary, then submission is gone. Some of you, because you have got money, your love has got conditions.
That's why now, we are repenting. I know you are repenting at home.
So now, when we talk about family impact is not influenced by income. Even when we have got money,
we need to still remain the same.
Now let me say this. What will one do? Will I be faithful to you only when you are healthy? What will happen when you are sick?
Yes.
Because some people's faithfulness will be tested.
Yeah.
So family that will impact the next generation in a positive way is a family that has got mother and fathers who can be faithful to each other. Who can say, if you are sick, I better go through the pain of not sleeping with you. Why? I'm faithful to you. I'm not sleeping with you and I'm not going anywhere out there. But the person who can just easily go out and then bring back sickness and disease. Now we have got fatherless kids or kids that are without mothers because in that family there was no faithfulness.
Yes.
Some were praying deliverance because of the spirits they've brought back to them. So the commandment is love and submit. And submission will be tested when you have got power.
Okay.
When you have got money, you will be tested. And let me tell you, I have learned something. You will never, you can be fake, but one day your true colors will come out in church or in public. The true colors of who you are at home. Who
True.
you are at home always shows.
Wow.
So we just touched one commandment,
Yeah.
family impact.
I'm
so
so
we'll,
glad
we'll
it's the
come
whole
back
month.
to the next one next week.
I'm so glad it's the whole month.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I told you that I'm expecting, and I've learned a lot. Hey,
Hey, let's sort. I say I can't wait for the whole salary next month. Have you showed her yours? Don't go and tell your wife to give you salaries if you have not given them.
no, it's okay. Munya, soon we bonus. When I find Olivia the first month, then the second month, double.
We bind unveilings and funerals in September and October.
We love you, family. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. And I know that tonight's topic really, really hit home. And I know that you're going to actually ask yourself this question, how am I going to impact my family? Am I ready, to change my life so that I can impact my family? And whatever that has been making us as family to not, be in speaking terms is not worth it, because God is in there.
Yeah.
And because God is in there, when you're close to God, God is going to show you and direct you and also give you understanding about the situation that you're going through. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for really blessing us. I can't wait for yes, I can't wait for next. I'm just sensing that we might be having something soon where we'll pray for the families, and we don't only hear, you just lead us, to prayer, to say, God,
What are you talking about?
help them to impact their family. So I'm sensing maybe a night prayer or something, because this needs repentance.
Till 15 we need night prayer. So I've been praying.
This needs night prayer, and when it's cold, people repent seriously. So
You'll get Pastor Miles for night prayer.
we're out of here. We'll see you again next week, Tuesday, right here on Musamagamo Ministry for table discussion as we continue with part 2 of Family Impact. So have a blessed night. And we say to all of you, Alpano Mulongwa Makamu. Shalom.